Algae crisis. Martin County is extending a local state of emergency for an 8th week.
This as new algae growth appears in several spots in the St. Lucie estuary.
News Channel 5's Jacqueline Powell is live in Rio with more on that. Jacqueline?
Right at this marina in this water behind me here, there are new patches of algae popping up. Right now, they're just small patches, but local ecosystem experts say it could be the beginning of another major algae crisis like the one we saw earlier this summer if they continue to grow. In the past week, streaks of this algae have started to pop up in spots that had just started seeing some relief.
Unfortunately, what we're seeing is just more blue-green algae kind of coming into our area upstream of the S80 structure, which puts water into the St. Lucie estuary, throughout the estuary, and also in some of these dead-end boat canal areas or marinas where it seems to be accumulating somewhat.
One of those marinas is Phil Norman's, outboards only.
Past summers, yeah, it comes in, gets bad, then goes away, and then, a couple months later, things get back to normal. This summer's different. This summer's really bad.
He says business is struggling, but he doesn't blame his local leaders.
County's doing what they can. I understand the county's hands are tied in a lot of places, a lot of aspects. We need to get the state and the government involved.
I continue to be unspeakably concerned about public health because of the blue-green algae.
County Ecosystem Manager Deborah Drum briefed commissioners explaining her department is checking the water weekly. The county's also hired a company to test for toxins in local water, air, sediment, and oyster tissue for a few weeks. But no one seems to have any answers yet.
It's really hard to say if we're going to have a repeat of the really extreme blooms that we saw earlier.
Well, Drum says some of the algae went away because of a dry July, but as the area began seeing more rain recently, the algae is back. She and her team can only report their findings to the DEP, though, and then wait for the DEP to take action. Live in Rio, Jacqueline Powell, WPTV News Channel 5.
Still ahead.